Hello everyone, welcome to Diagnose It. This is our next case in our case discussion series, and it's a quite common case that we can see in our derma OPD. So let's make the diagnosis. Starting with how the patient would have presented to us, I can share my own personal experience. Once a male patient with his whole family presented in our dermatology OPD with the complaint of itching all over the body, and which is more on the abdomen and finger webs. When inquired more, there is a similar complaint in all the family members. The itching was more in the night, and all of them have these skin lesions that you can see on the finger webs, these lesions, and these ones, and also on the abdomen, these you can see. And there were interesting thing that no lesion on the face of the adults was there, but the child, they have a child with them, and the child was having lesions on the face as well. So let's diagnose it. So I think by these complaints the diagnosis is quite clear for you. It is scabies. So let's discuss some things about scabies. What is a scabies? Scabies is basically classified as a water washed disease, which is due to the lack of hygiene. It is due to a mite which is called as Sarcoptes scabies. The main culprit is the female mite, which burrows tunnels in the stratum corneum of our skin and lays eggs in the burrows, which induce the inflammatory response, hence cause the itching. So, how this disease is transmitted? There are mainly two ways of transmission of this disease. One is skin to skin contact, and other is fomites, which can be the clothings of the patient, the bed sheets, and other objects that the patient use. For transmission, there must be a contact of around 10 minutes, skin to skin contact, but it's quite variable. It depends on the load of the mite on the skin of the patient. So the mode of transmission basically tells us why the whole family is infected, was having symptoms. We usually use the term infestation because this mite is infesting on the skin, not infection in scabies. Now one more interesting thing, that only the child was having face involvement, and adults, all the adults are not having any kind of lesions on the face. This can be explained by the underdeveloped sebaceous glands in the child, and the sebaceous glands are quite developed in the adults, and this mite is repelled by the secretions of the sebaceous gland. One more thing is why the itching is more in night as compared to the daytime. There are basically some things like the skin is warmer in the night, and this is the reason why the mite is more active in the night. And the other one is the level of cortisol in the body, which is less in the night. Next one is it is a quite general mechanism. When the patient goes to sleep, just about to sleep, at that time when he's on the bed, he's more aware about himself, and this causes the itching to be sensed more by the patient. There are basically three forms of scabies. One is classical scabies that we are discussing till now. Interesting fact about it is there is a mite population of around 10 to 15 mites on the body in classical scabies. Next one is nodular scabies. It differs from classical scabies in the terms that nodules are there, which are more in the groin as well as axillary region. The cause of this nodule is because of the hypersensitivity reaction that is developed against the female mite. Next is Norwegian scabies. It is quite rare variant in which the mites are in millions, and it is basically seen in the patients with immunocompromised status, like in diabetes, like patient on immunosuppressive drugs like steroids, organ transplant patients, and in old age also. Now in complications of scabies, there can be secondary bacterial infection due to Streptococcus pyogenes that can occur in the burrows that are dug by the female mite. What we can do for diagnosis of scabies is, it is basically a clinical diagnosis, but lab investigations can support the diagnosis. These investigations include dermatoscopy, dermoscopy, and skin scrapings and biopsy, which can show the presence of this Sarcoptes scabies mite that you can see. You can identify it by the presence of two pair of anterior legs, these you can see, and two pair of posterior legs, and this rounded kind of body. There are various treatment modalities available, and the most common one that is used is 5% permethrin solution, which is used topically. There is an interesting thing in the treatment, that why we need a longer treatment, or we need a treatment that is done multiple times by the permethrin. This is because of the presence of eggs that are laid by the female mite in the burrows. The drugs that we are applying may or may not penetrate the eggs. Usually they don't penetrate the eggs. So after 2 to 3 weeks, when the eggs hatch, they produce the mite again, which again leads to the manifestations like the pruritus and these skin lesions. And to counter those mites, we need to do the treatment multiple times, or may need a treatment for a longer duration. There are some other drugs that are used in the treatment, like lindane, like 5% precipitated sulfur, crotameton, etc. In the end, I would like to show this image of Norwegian scabies. You can see the crusts, these crusts. These are having millions of mite in them. So this is Norwegian scabies, it is quite rare. So this is all about scabies. And one more thing, this Norwegian scabies, the drug of choice for it is ivermectin. So this is all about scabies, and thank you for watching, and don't forget to share, like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.